Hey guys, what's going on? Specco Gaming. I'm going to be making this video just showing people just a few tips on how to move and movement on Rogue Company within the game. There are a few things that if you're new to the game, you may need to take a look at, simply because you know, going out and just playing the game isn't going to be like the best way to get the competitive edge. I feel like you can't just rely on aim to get the competitive edge over your opponents. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and show you just a few things that will help you get started on you know, just defending yourself in general. So one of the things that you want to do, let's say for instance demolition, you're waiting for an opponent, you know, it's 4 of your players on the team. You guys got 4 people alive compared to the other team who's only got 1 person alive. That's the scenario that I'm going to use. It's just random, but in most situations, not even in that particular scenario, you want to continue to move. Most games that you play, you want to continue to move, and that's especially when you're sniping and when you're using long range weapons. Keep moving around, okay? That'll actually put you in a position to it'll make you a harder target to hit. I know a lot of times Phantom, depending on whether you're playing a good Phantom or a bad Phantom, you're gonna be in a position where there's not a lot you can do with the shots. If you're playing against somebody that's good, it's always a really quick hit, or maybe just, you know, a second and a half and then boom, you're shot. But in that situation, that is no excuse to stop moving, okay? So ensure that you're always moving around to prevent people from hitting you from long range. All right, secondly, we're gonna go ahead and jump into which shoulder to use when you're going around certain corners, right? Okay, so let's not pay attention to Ronan over here, okay? And let's only pay attention to the guys that is on this side of the shooting range, right? So I know that they're over there. I can hear them running around, right? So I'm literally running up, and I want to crouch here and peek around this corner. Now, I'm currently using my left shoulder. Weapon is in my left hand. That is basically where I'm gonna aim from when I look around this corner. But think about it. Even if we don't necessarily even have to aim, like think about it. Like if you're gonna shoot this guy right here, let's say for instance Dallas up here, right? This is the enemy that we want to shoot first, and we're peeking around this corner. It's not really a good idea to peek around this corner from your left shoulder or to the shoulder that's closest to the wall, mainly because if you do look around this corner to aim at Dallas, your whole entire right side is revealed to Dallas. So you can't, I mean, your weapon is not even seen, to be honest. You're actually just giving Dallas a wide open target to hit. All right, so what you want to do is you definitely want your outside shoulder. Like if you're going around certain corners, you want your outside shoulder to be the weapon. That's going to be the shoulder that you're using to aim. And the reason I say that is because you can actually see the difference. Like if you look here, right? I'm looking at Dallas as standing up here on the tower. The first thing Dallas is going to see, let's say for, I mean, he's in close enough range right now for me to actually hip fire. So you don't even have to aim. If you go around this corner here, the first thing he sees is my weapon. Now he can capitalize by shooting me in my hand. He's not going to get a lot of damage, but he can still shoot me. But the thing is, my entire body is not revealed. You get what I'm saying? In order to get this, the crosshairs on him, I'm literally going to have to stick my entire body all the way out in order to shoot him. Now, as opposed to me using the right shoulder, I can be here and actually shoot him. So which one is smarter? This much body revealed to him, or just this much? So just think about that when you're on your journey, peeking around corners and stuff like that. Make sure you're using the right shoulder. It's not only because, you know, it's not for aim's sake, it's also for defense's sake too. Now, when it comes to aiming around the right corner, right? Let's say for instance, we got the same exact scenario, right? The same exact scenario. We're here and we're gonna try to shoot Dallas up here, right? You need to ensure that when you're shooting, let's say for instance here, right? The reticle and the crosshairs are directly on Dallas. So most people who are just starting the game out and don't know much about third person shooters, the angle matters. It matters a lot. So here, if I shoot, I'm shooting the wall. And when you play this game, that's what the red X means. The red X simply means that is where you're going to shoot, and it's nothing. It's a red X. You're not hitting the target at all. Regardless of where your white crosshairs are, the X is where your shots are going to land. So you definitely don't want to put yourself in a position to where you're not peeking around the corner enough. That's just one of the things that really got me, and I'm pretty sure it gets a lot of other people too. They won't admit it, but it is a situation where you can actually tell that you're gonna hit the wall or you're gonna hit something else completely different, right? So definitely, even though my crosshairs are there, the red X is there, I want to move out just a little bit more, and then boom, now you can hit Dallas. All right, so that's another key that you actually need to take a look at when it comes to it's not technically something involving maneuvering, but it's gonna screw up your maneuvering with your shoulders and all that good stuff and your movements with that if you can't land shots going around the corners. So just be careful with that. All right, the next one is going to be rolling. So understand that rolling is very important. As you can see here, rolling is pretty quick. It's something that you can do really, really fast, especially if you're in a situation where you're coming around a corner like so, and you see somebody that you're not used to seeing. You can literally roll back. Now, the problem with the roll that I just did was that I started out in the standing position. So of course, when you roll backwards, you're gonna, and you finish the roll, you're gonna still be in the standing position. I had so many issues with that. All right. So what I did was you literally have to think about the fact that most people aren't going to think about what happens after the roll. Most people are not going to think about it. Now that we have tutorials and stuff out to show people what to do, now they're thinking about it, but they don't normally think about that stuff initially. So I'm going to put myself in the crouch position, right? And I'm using toggle to crouch. Personally, I like toggle to crouch better because it puts you in a position to not have that extra step to worry about, right? So if I know that somebody's here, you can get in the crouch position and still roll and stay in the crouch position. That's the thing. If I'm running full sprint and I don't know anybody is around this corner, I duck and get in the crouch position. You can actually recover really, really quick. So that's the thing. My personal preference is toggle to crouch. Other people are going to argue and say that, you know, this is better, that's better, but it's realistically what you choose to do. So utilize rolling. Rolling is very, very, very important. And you know what happens after your roll is also important as well too. So if you don't want to worry about having to press the crouch button again after the roll, put it on toggle to crouch and then start off crouching. Okay, start off, oh, you see somebody, boom, roll backwards and you're still in the crouch position. That's my recommendation. You can do whatever it is that you want to do, but that's my recommendation. All right. And those are the tips that I'm going to give you guys on maneuvering. Not very many tips, but it's simply the baseline tips that you can possibly give somebody on what to do. I feel like those two things are probably one of the biggest things when it comes to, or those three things is probably the biggest things that you want to look at when it comes to this game. Moving around all the time will put you in a position to not be hit as much. All right. Making sure that your shoulder is correct when you're going around certain corners so that you don't shoot the wall or you're not totally revealed to the point where you think you're going to be able to shoot somebody and you can't. And the fact that when you roll, you need to make sure you're in control at the end. But other than that, that is my tutorial on how to move properly in Roll Company. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like and subscribe button. Also set up notifications so that you know when all the videos go live. I do Roll Company content here all the time. I do have a lot of other videos that I'm going to be getting into. So if you guys truly enjoy this stuff and this video was actually able to help you, hit the like and subscribe button, guys. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Take it easy.